Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Come on in. I'm so and share it out. There's somebody that you want to be in here. I feel like I'm a million miles away this morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. This is thankful for some gratitude. Good job again. There we go. Having some technical difficulties, but it's on my end. So here's everyone. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Andrea, Pat Moss, Kathy Hand, Linda Lemieux, Catherine Kovacs. I sound like I'm underwater. Okay. Let me just see what's what here. Audio. Yep, it's set the right way. Maybe if I turn the birds off. Let's see if that's any better, Catherine. Okay. Well, I didn't change anything other than turning the birds off. All right. So, hello, everybody. Let's do some heart brain coherence this morning to get us started. Hand on your heart. Slow down the breathing. And just add in some love. Doesn't that feel good just to connect in with your heart? And when you connect in with your heart, send somebody a message. Just send them an I love you. I'm grateful for you in my life. Just let those people that you care about know that you care about them. Yeah, that's such a good feeling. First thing in the morning to do that heart brain, connecting your heart to your mind to the divine, sending it out to everyone in the world. That's such a beautiful, beautiful blessing to do. Good morning, Auntie Jean. Thank you for being here. All right, so how's everybody doing? Do your check in. Um, Blue is watching. I haven't seen a comment from her yet, but I know that there was a little drama there last night with sweet little Gizmo deciding to take a venture out, and I don't know how he's doing this morning. So let's hope that Jean will come in and tell us about that. Hope is watching. Leanna Sweet is watching. Hello to everybody that's finding us. And good morning, Blue. Gizzy has a 10:30 bed appointment. And yes, we are sending healing and praying that he's going to be okay. I feel like he's going to be okay. I'm not sure what happened to him, but um, yeah, let's get him all back to his normal sassy self again. Good afternoon to you, Hope. Thank you for being here. Blue, we're going to go to that vet appointment with you. And all of us surround Giz with so much love. Thank you for sharing him with us. And Joanne, good morning to you. Joanne, are you still in North Carolina? No. I love the encouraging message that you sent yesterday that your mom was doing okay. So let's pray that that keeps going that direction. And Pat Moss is grateful for my mechanic, no charge, so I found myself paying him in Kit Kat's chocolate bars. Well, that's a good barter, I think. Good morning, Annie7. Hello, hello. Oh, I love that the family's coming in and just check in. Just let us know how you're doing. If you have celebrations, if you have wins that we can celebrate with you, if you have prayer requests, if you have something going on, we'd love to know about it. I want to read the message from the angels because I thought it was pretty cool because I like to draw and I like to draw outside the lines. Oh, you're still there, but you're flying out later tonight. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So the message from the angels is drawing outside the lines. Anybody do that besides me? Learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist. That's a quote from Pablo Picasso. There is wisdom hidden in Picasso's words, and I have to put my glasses on. Okay, there's wisdom hidden in Picasso's words. It may seem like a rebellion, but it's really a statement that helps us look at the balance between structure and freedom, guidance and creativity. This balance is the essence of our spiritual journey, a journey where we learn, grow, and evolve into the divine beings we are meant to be. I have always drawn outside the lines, and in my rebellious teenage years, I felt the rules were made to be guides and not something set in stone. The older I got, the more I saw that rules can offer direction to navigate the winding paths of life, such as stay in your lane and go with the flow of traffic instead of against it. I've made a couple of wrong turns on a one-way street, and it could have been disastrous if it weren't for the angels. And that's the truth. Dear angels, how do we learn to be our unique selves if everyone has to follow the same rules? How do we know when to step over the line and when to, quote, do as we are told? I believe that if the innovative thinkers of our time had not tried to do something different, something outside of the norm, then we would not have many of the inventions that have helped us in so many ways. Dear ones, true independence is not about breaking rules for the sake of breaking them. It's about finding your own path while honoring the paths of others. It's about stepping into your power and standing in your truth, all the while respecting the truths of those around you. When you learn to live this way, you begin to paint the canvas of your lives with the colors of authenticity, compassion, and love. Breaking away from old paradigms requires courage and clarity. Archangel Gabriel encourages you to communicate your truth with love and integrity. Gabriel whispers to your soul, speak from your heart, dear one, but do so with a gentle spirit. Honor the paths of others, even as you boldly walk your own. It's time to step beyond the bounds of the rules that keep you tethered and keep you from soaring. This is not a call to chaos or rebellion, but rather an invitation to rise into your independence. It is an invitation to trust in your own divine wisdom, to break away from rigid conformity, and to embrace the creative flow of spirit that moves through each of you uniquely. When you decide to break the rules, do so with the awareness that you are all connected. Every action, every word sends ripples through the cosmic ocean. Your independence must never become a tool for harm, but a way to uplift yourself and, by extension, those around you. With each stroke of the brush, with each step into the unknown, may you create a life that is uniquely yours, a life filled with integrity, love, grace, and boundless creativity. Dear angels, today I promise to keep coloring outside the lines, but I will travel on one-way streets with care. I'll pay attention to those one-way street signs for sure. So I think it was such an interesting conversation to have with the angels about breaking rules and going our own way, doing our own thing, but yet staying in integrity and honoring that other people also have that right to live their lives the way they see it and what's right for them, but not having to force or try to force anybody else into doing what they think is right to do. So Love to hear your comments on this message from the angels. And if you didn't get to hear the whole thing, okay, Catherine, I don't know what you're talking about, honey. So if you didn't get to hear the whole thing, please go and watch it. So I don't know. What's going on, you guys? Is something wrong with the sound this morning? I'm not sure what's happening, but Catherine's letting me know something is not right. And hello, Ephranisi. Thank you for being here. Jennifer Langren, good morning. Brooke Woodside, good morning. Kathleen Caputo, hello, hello. Oh, my Michelle Landers is here. Good morning. I rewound myself and I'm replaying. I don't know what that means, Catherine. Annie says it sounds perfect. So I don't know what's going on with the sound. Hello, Charlie. Good morning. Catherine DeSanti, good morning to you. All right, so hopefully the sound's okay. And Catherine, I'm not sure what's going on with yours. All right, so what does Kuan Yin have to say about coloring outside the lines and making our own art? Sounds fine to you. Thank you, Jean. Okay, so what does Kuan Yin have to say? Blue was on for just a minute, Annie, and let us know she's taking Gizmo to the vet this morning. Thank you, Joanne. You can hear it perfectly. Catherine, something must be going on with your computer, honey. So check your sound on that. Jim, good morning. Oh, you're driving. Well, be safe out there, mister. All right, so Kuan Yin says, what will you choose now? You always have this moment. In between all that has been in the past and all that can be in the future, there is this moment, a space where you have absolute power of choice. So why not allow yourself to choose peace, to choose trust, and to fall in love with your life? I love this card and I love this message so much. And when I think about drawing outside the lines, it's a creative thing, right? Are any of you artists or love to just draw or paint? If you do, you know that artist's soul of not having to draw a straight line. You know, I can't draw a straight line. I've tried. If I just freehand draw, it's very crooked and definitely not straight. And I've noticed that my whole life. So therefore, I knew that there was something other than just drawing a straight line. I knew that there was something else to be experienced other than just having to go from point A to point B, and it has to be absolutely perfect. I am not a perfect person. I have many, many flaws, and I don't even see that as a flaw. I see it as creativity. I see it as doing what my soul is just expressing to do. Sally and Tony, good morning. And thank you, Annie. I just felt the angels so strongly helping us to understand that we can be independent. We can think for ourselves. We have this brain in our head, and we can think and we can tune in to our spirit guides and ask for direction. We don't have to always do what those, quote, rules tell us to do, because if we all did the exact same thing the exact same way, we'd be like that movie, The Stepford Wives, where, nobody dared step across that line, right? Nobody went against the grain. Nobody spoke up for themselves. It was all just exactly what everybody else was doing. So I just think it's such an important thought for us to sit with and to say, how can I be creative? How can I bring my own flavor into the flavor of everyone else that's on the planet? And that's what it's all about, being uniquely you, but at the same time, respecting that everyone has that right. Everyone has a right to draw outside their line or to um, color their painting the way they want it to look, but respecting others as we do so. And that's where I think it breaks down, when there's those that insist in invading our space with their rules or the way they do things, and not honoring that we're all here together. We're all having to find our way through this thing called life. And if we hold each other's hand and admire each other's path instead of saying, oh, you're not doing it right, you need to do it this way. What is that all about? That's a control thing. So just allow others to be who they are. That's it. Just respect the journey and stay in your own lane. Mind your own vibration. As we said, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, Janet's here and Marietta's here. Jean L'Oreal says, my problem is I can't color in the lines in the first place. I don't have coordination. But it's perfect just as it is, Jean. Everything that we do is perfect. We don't have to criticize it. We don't have to look at something that we attempted to draw or to recreate on a canvas or on paper and tear it apart. It's perfect for you. And that's the message. What you are doing in your life is perfect for you. It doesn't have to look like a Picasso. It doesn't have to look like somebody that paints beautifully, like our Sally De La Rosa and her daughter, who paints so beautifully. It's you. It's your own art and your own life and your own message. And I think once we can realize that, we ease up on ourselves. We're not as critical of what we do in our life. Marietta, Sweet Dreams is now safely home in the Keys. We have been traveling for 15 out of the last 18 months. What a marvelous journey and a great opportunity to go with the flow. Yeah, WP. Oh my goodness, girl, you do go with the flow. I love it. And I love your journey. I hope there's a book coming out of that journey, because we all need to just see the world the way you've seen it for those 15 months. And I love you, Marietta. Thank you for being here this morning. Janet says, September blessings to everyone and so much love. Good morning, Deirdre. Thank you for being here. And Annie loves the message. Sally, learning to freely love ourselves, flaws and all, is hard work. It is. It can be. But we also can do it with ease and grace. We also can just make that intention and make that decision that I'm going to love myself no matter what. I'm going to love all those lines on my face. I'm going to love anything that I look at that can be criticized. I'm going to look at it through a different lens. I'm going to look at it with the perspective that I am exactly the way I'm supposed to be. And if I make a change, if I color my hair black, that's okay too. Whatever is done is the perfection of it. You have to be comfortable with it. You have to live with yourself, nobody else. People may choose to live with you and be in your world, but you're the one that has to be comfortable in your own skin. So whatever you're doing or however you are expressing yourself in the world, learn to get comfortable with it and not criticize it so much. And don't apologize. Live your life unapologetically and uniquely as you. And Kathleen Caputo says, many years ago, I was at a healing workshop. We were given a piece of paper to draw on. In the middle of the paper, there was a box. Everyone drew inside the box. I couldn't do that. The teacher told me I was the only one who drew outside the box. This is great. You are telling us we don't have to stay inside the lines. No, you don't. And I've done that exercise, Kathleen. I know what you're talking about. And it's so true. If you put a group of people together and you give them that, you're going to see a lot of people try to put something in that box. But we don't have to stay in a box. Just jump out of the box and see what's out there in the world. And that's the whole gist of this message from the angels is when we find that other world, not just what we've been told is there, there is so much to explore and there's so much to see. So think for yourself, be a free thinker, and tune in to the direction of the angels because they'll take you on a great adventure. They'll help you to find the beauty in life and all those things that you never imagined were there. I spent most of my life on the East Coast of the United States, traveling Kentucky, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, up to Boston and New England. When I found the western part of the United States, it was like I had stepped outside the box. I had stepped over the line and I found beauty and I found serenity and peace and joy. You never know what's out there until you try. Just try one step over that line and see what it feels like. It might feel a little weird at first. You might feel like a fish out of water, but keep going, and keep experiencing. And Sally says, I always sit and allow spirit to guide me. No intentions, no control. Ruth Anderson has one of my paintings in her office. Yeah, you do beautiful work, Sally, and thank you for brightening up the world with your art. I love it. All right, keep sharing, you guys. Share, share, share. If you loved this message, if you loved what the angels brought to us to think about, to chew on, and say, how can I color outside the line? How can I bring more color to my life and more joy and more excitement? And that's what it's all about. If we're stuck in that rut that we have to be in the box, we don't have the excitement of what it feels like to walk out that door and see what the sky looks like and to see what adventure there is and what people we can meet along the way as we go outside the box. And Sally says, I love that exercise. It's a lot more Pavlov visit you night after night to get you to think outside the box. This went on for weeks until I got the message. Oh, food for thought. Okay, I was wondering what that was. Food for thought. Yeah, that's what the angels always do for us. They encourage us to use this thing we have up here, use our brain, and also at the same time tune in to our intuition, tune in to our clairs, and what can happen. What's the best that can happen? Always ask yourself that. The reason so many people stay stuck and tethered and held back is because of fear. Fear of stepping out that door, fear of doing something that's out of the norm or breaking a rule. But is it a rule that works for you? It's just like our belief system. Does it still work for you? Is everything that went into your belief system still accurate for you? Or have you done the work? Have you done the inner dive to see what it feels like if you go against that rule or that teaching? What else is out there? Explore. Don Miguel Ruiz, I love his teachings and the Toltec teachings. and the teaching of be skeptical, but be open-minded. So even if you step over the line, you can still explore and be open-minded about it, even though you might be a little fearful. You might not know what to expect, and that's okay. Just go into it with an attitude of what's the best that can happen, instead of, oh no, if I step over that line, I might get put in jail. I might have something fall on my head. Think about it in terms of positive. What's the best that can happen if I explore, if I look beyond what I've always thought were my limits, my little dimension that I have to stay in? And I guess it's part of my gypsy soul that's bringing this message to you this morning, because I love to explore it. I love to see what's out there and what's new and the people that can be met along the way. All right, let's do a couple of messages before we go into our prayer time. So any page that jumps out at you, think outside the box. Don't choose one that you always choose. Choose a new one, and let's see what comes out of that today. And thank you for being here. If you haven't joined in on any of the groups and the classes that are taking place, I encourage you to do so. We've started a 21-day challenge with the World Peace Meditation. We'll be doing that through the 21st of the month. All right, Catherine, I see you, page 17. And we have a class starting in 2 days, Think and Grow Rich. And if you just substitute abundance or abundant instead of rich, Think and Grow Abundant. And abundance incorporates many things. It can be friends, it can be love, it can be food. Whatever that abundance is, we're going to teach you how to tune into it and tap into what you want to manifest, what's your heart's desire. So that starts on Thursday with Michelle Landers and myself. We have a beautiful group of people that will be there for it, and can't wait to meet with all of you on Thursday. So page 17. Imagine a garden overrun with weeds, each weed a symbol of outdated beliefs, past grievances, and stagnant energies. Letting go is like weeding your inner garden. As you release the weeds, you create space for new seeds of potential. Look at that. You know, it's like, how more perfect could a message be to go along with the angel teachings? Seriously, you guys, you can't make this stuff up. So weeding out what no longer works for you, weeding out some of those outdated beliefs and those thoughts that you have to stay inside the box. You don't. And I love that this just is giving us that confirmation. Thank you for that, Catherine Kovacs. And Sally wants page 42. So let's see what this one brings us. As a spirit being, you are tapped into the oneness of all that is. You can hear the messages, you can see clearly the roadmap, and you can then choose to show up for yourself and for the best and highest good of all, or not. There is no judgment, whichever way you choose. And that's the other part of it, right? So there's no judgment if you want to stay inside your box. There's no judgment if you draw inside the lines and color inside the lines, or what color you even choose to color. There's no judgment. Just do you. And if you choose to explore, then do it with an open mind and do it with a heart that says, okay, I'm stepping across this line, but I'm respecting that you can do the same, and be respectful of each other as you explore and as you journey beyond what your limits are. Or if that person that you want to step outside their line chooses to stay inside their box, that's okay too. It's all okay. It's all perfect, just the way it's supposed to be. So respect and honor each other. What a big message for us today. Thank you for that. Thank you, Sally, for picking that page. So much love to you and Tony. And Joanne wants page 56. And we got a message here from Michelle who says, yes, Teri, I love that abundant can be anything. So if we were to rewrite that book, which we don't need to rewrite it, but just the title, I think and Grow Abundant. Isn't that a great thought? That when we know that we can, then we can do whatever it is that our heart desires. We can have that abundance. So yes, I can be abundant. All right, page 56. You have an opportunity to have a profound spiritual awakening, and we invite you to delve deep within yourselves and connect with the divine. Embrace the stillness, find light in the darkness, and share that light with the world. Shine your light bright. Turn the porch light on. If you're in your box, turn the porch light on and see what's out there. Sometimes we're so afraid of the dark. We're so afraid of what might be lingering out there. And there could be something wonderful out there. If you turn that porch light on, you might catch a glimpse of some of the beautiful animals that are out at night. And my sister, when I was visiting with her, she has the security camera that she can look at on her phone and see what's outside of her house. And she captured some bears while I was there visiting her. She lives on a mountain. And the bears were curious, and they were sniffing all around the Angel Mobile. They didn't hurt it. They just were exploring it. And I'm sure they felt good angel energy. And I'm thankful that the angels protected it from them trying to get into it or do any harm. But you never know what's out there until you look. So turn the porch light on. Don't stay in the dark. Just see what's out there for you. And then if you choose to venture outside of your box that you're in, that you have confined yourself to, look and see what's there, because there's so much beauty in this world. Deirdre, yes, we started on the 1st of the month. Today is the 3rd day, and we're doing it at the same time, 1:11 p.m. Eastern. We are doing it for 21 days, leading up to the International Day of Peace on the 21st. We also have a healing circle coming up this Saturday, and we're working on the soul star chakra on this one. So if you're curious about what that means, go to 10millionforworldpeace.com and you can find all the information there. Good morning, Isabel. And thank you, Julie Kiss, Prayers for All in Need. So yes, go ahead and put in your prayer requests. There we go. Type in your prayer request and let's get this prayer off the ground here. And I know Deirdre put in our prayers for all humans. Let me put it up here so you all can see it. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for parents of addicted children. Thank you for that, Deirdre. Thank you, Sally. Those were beautiful messages, and the angels were so profound. Sally, I'd love for you to read that that message from the angels last night. It's on angelspeakers.com in the blog section, and it's called Drawing Outside the Line. And I think the angels just knew what we needed to hear for us to explore. Janet, prayer for humanity. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And Isabel, prayers for all in need and for freedom in the world. Thank you. And Sally's prayers for the lost, the lonely, the forgotten, the unloved, the homeless, and for all who live in fear of another. Thank you, Sally. And let's remember those who are really hurting right now and the ones that need to be lifted up, like our Blue Jean and sweet little Gizmo. He'll be going to the vet in, I think, about an hour and a half. Let's just go with him. Let's be with him there, that vet appointment. And all of us send healing energy. If you're a Reiki practitioner or any other energy healing like Time Heals or Quantum Touch, just send love to that little animal. He is very precious to me, and I want to see him really be the best he can be. So let's just send so much love to our Gizmo. Thank you, Annie, praying for your family. Yes. And Kathleen says, our Haven is still not doing well. The docs can't figure out what is happening with him. Please continue extra prayers for him. He's been in the hospital for 3 weeks. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know that. And Joanne, prayers for her daughter Jackie. She's often anxious to a point that she's unable to see positives. Yeah, let's lift her up. She's been through a lot. Thank you, Catherine DeSanti. Prayers for inner peace and prayers for our leaders. Thank you. All right, so let's go into our hearts and remember these prayers. Remember, we're praying for Deirdre for complete healing, praying for Julie Kiss for complete healing, praying for our Auntie Jean that she heals completely after the fall, the tumble that she took. Travel prayers for anyone on the road. Please remember Sherry Myers. I'll be here for another couple of weeks at her house. Prayers for those who are struggling financially and needing to find work, find a means to take care of themselves and their families. So anyone that's in need right now, we lift you up. We're placing you front and center in that prayer circle. So if you want to type it in, we'll put you there. If not, we'll know in our hearts that you belong there. So let's just take a moment to breathe in. Breathe into your heart center. Hold on to that love. And then breathe it back out. Release anything that you're holding on to. Anything that needs to be let go right now, just release it. And when we breathe in again, let's let our energy flow to everyone on this planet, everyone that's struggling, all the areas of conflict, all the areas where there's damage from storms, from nature. Let's lift up our trees, our plants, the food crops, the waterways. Let's lift up countries that are in conflict, families that are in conflict. And let's call in an energy of peace in our world. Let us send out healing thoughts from our heart to all those we mentioned and anyone else who needs a healing today. Focus your energy so that we can send forth love. And then let's lift all of those prayers, the ones that were mentioned, the ones that weren't mentioned, that you're holding in your heart, the ones that we have written out. Let's lift them up to the Creator, asking the Divine to see each request, to love on each person unconditionally, as only God can do. And let's ask for the prayers to be acknowledged and answered for the best and highest good of all. And now breathe back into your heart, into your own heart. Feel into your unique energy. Ask yourself, am I limiting myself in my beliefs? Or do I believe in miracles? Do I believe that miracles are still happening in the world and that I can have one? I can have my very own miracle happen. Whatever is needed inside of you, trust, believe. Know that there's no limit. You are a spark of the divine. You are worthy. You deserve miracles. You deserve joy. You deserve peace. And you deserve the beauty of this world. Look beyond those limits. Go outside that box and really find what your heart is craving. That desire that's inside of you. You can have it. Just step over the line and trust. Trust and believe in miracles. I pray for peace in this world, for peace in our homes, and for peace in each of our hearts. Allow that in today. Allow yourself to be a conduit of the messages and the love that come from the divine, and share it out with others. You are so beautiful. And aren't we all so beautiful? Let's just look at this wonderful family that's gathered together. Let's give some gratitude, some love, as we do every day. Just share that love with each other. And we also share one of our P's, Leo, and we love how he shares the messages that have come forth from this group in his song, Morning Cuppa Joy. I'm going to play that song while we all share some love with each other.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of.
Thank you, Janet.
Cup full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the truth is love is yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot to get the day started. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Love.
There really is no secret. We simply accept,
Yeah.
allow,
Allow.
AAA.
Allow.
Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy.
Oh, I think Lou must be here. Hello, Susie Cobb. Thank you for sharing.
The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness, I have loved all the messages this morning and all the love. And it was Susie Koff. Hi, Sue. All right, so we got some woos at the end because that's what we do. We celebrate. And woos and woohoos are always welcome in here to lift up the vibration. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to Sue Seekoff, who was with us and put in the link. All you have to do is click on it, you guys. It's in the comments. And you can go sign up for the classes that are going on. We have one starting Thursday. It's not too late. I had sent the information out. If you're signed up for the class, make sure you check your emails because I sent you some information for the class. And if you still want to be part of it, I can certainly send an email to you if you sign up. And in November, I'll be teaching about emotional empowerment, and that class is also listed on there. So come be with us. Come participate with the family. We have so much fun. When I teach, and especially when Michelle and I teach together, like we'll do Thursday, we make it fun because that's how we learn. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Stay in your heart, stay blessed, and have a beautiful, amazing, as Auntie Jean said, perfect day, perfect for you. I love you. I'll see you at 1:11 Eastern Time for our World Peace Meditation today. Have a great day. Bye for now.